know what's going to take place. But during the game, there are changes, and you're always looking for that edge. It might be the pitcher slider is not as good tonight than it was previously. That information is shared with people, but we're always looking for that little edge. Now the game has changed. Man, back when I played, one swing of the bat was the difference between winning and losing. Scores were 2-1 or 3-2. Man, when Mr. Koufax pitched, if you scored 2 runs, consider yourself a Hall of Fame player. And that gentleman, oh my goodness. So we knew that we had to do the little things. Make no mistakes defensively, move runners, and it was a challenge, but it was one that we enjoyed. You know, today, we would hit and run. They don't do that anymore. We would bunt. Now, pitchers will sacrifice. We had position players do it. For example, if Koufax was, he had a man on first base, you've got to get him to second because you're not going to get 2 consecutive hits off of Koufax. So you got to get him to second. So our hitter would sacrifice him. Today, with the scores where you're 15-10, the sacrifice is a little important.
Yeah, there was like a Yankees-Red Sox game the other night, 20-15. I saw it.
That's something.
So how did the scores inflate up like that?
I think there's a lot of reasons. You know, these
Is it just the availability of, you know, the ability to scout players better? Or?
that would have a little to do with it, but
really?
Primarily these ballparks they're building now, they're hitter friendly.
Yeah.
Home runs put fans in the seats.
Yeah.
Yes. See, when we played, pitching duels were important. I would much rather see a 2-1 ball game than one 20-19. And also with the expansion, there's not enough pitchers to really go around. I was telling my son when I played, when I first started, we had almost half as many teams, and that would be just like cutting the teams in half and telling all the players now you have to vie for those jobs. A lot of cities would be disappointed because they lose a franchise, but the competition would really be good. And I think that's one of the drawbacks. Pitchers who are pitching today never would have pitched back when I played. Competition is so fierce and there are just so few opportunities. And plus the players are bigger and stronger today too. There's no question about that. I think the ball carries a lot better than it did back when I played. But we'll go inside. I'll show you information for these young men. Very important.
We're like 30 feet from Ken Mata.
A very frustrated individual, I would imagine.
I had to tell him how this little city I grew up in, about 15,000 people. I think I mentioned to Al Oliver is from that city.
Yeah.
I played 13 years. This gentleman played 18 major league seasons with a lifetime 303 batting average. But he and Ken Mata played together in Pittsburgh. And he was telling me that he said he's a real nice fellow, and he really is. So I told him that from now on. The players now are inside getting dressed, and we'll go
And there's
inside and
Raj.
show you that. And they'll start coming out in about 15 minutes. They'll start to loosen up right there on the side. Then they'll start hitting in groups. I was mentioning Eric, you know, man, as a player, I get to come out here a lot and get to see the size of these young men. But there's one man that when I saw, Sammy Sosa and McGuire, they were huge.
There was a reason for that. They took the notion of having an advantage a little too far, I think.
He had the biggest arms I've ever seen in my life. But I remember coming there, and he's with the Reds. Scott Rowland.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
He's about 6'4". put together well. You see, it's just through hard work. Has that athletic type look about him.
And he can knock him out as well as
Oh
anybody.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, he's
And
had,
great defensive player as well.
he's had a great
Top,
career.
yeah. I'm still in like
Yeah.
Disney World kind of feeling like.
Never thought we'd be in the dugout.
Now, I mean, if you're thirsty, well, we'll bring cups out there. And I'll show you, man. Also, man, when I played, you ate at home. 7 o'clock game, I would eat about 2 o'clock. I want my stomach to be empty. But when we go inside, right across from the locker room is a cafeteria where they have 2 full-time chefs that on duty to cook these young men anything they want. You know, personally, I wouldn't eat before a game, but that was my own thinking. Clearly, it was wrong. These young men,
Like you'd have breakfast and come to the park, and that was it.
It looks like you can. Sounds like you can cook up a lobster tail right before game time.
they'll cook anything you want. And again, on day games like tomorrow, they eat here at the ballpark. We always ate at home. Now, when I coached with Toronto, we didn't have a chef, but in the Sky Dome we had like 8 restaurants, and they would send the young kids up to get them McDonald's and steaks they'd eat before the game. But after the game, they would have a wonderful meal for you, so you wouldn't have to go. And I would always get some food and take it home to my wife, so she wouldn't have to cook. But I'll show you all that inside.
Alrighty.
See.